Hello everyone, it's Rock Crin, and this is going to be Economic Collapse Part 5. That's Chase. Zoom in so y'all can see. Yeah, this is one of the banks that owns all the money in the world. I forgot how many trillions it was, but it's a whole lot. And, gotta look at the ground because I don't want to show anybody's faces on YouTube who don't want to be seen. But, yeah, that's the bank that hasn't really been open. I have seen, like, some people go in and out, like, on appointments or something over the last couple weeks, but very sporadically. I'm not here all the time. I got to go back to work. I think that was a big part of it. Like, these videos had stopped coming out because I was working all the time. But today, I can still say this with 100% accuracy. No one that works at the bank has done anything to sanitize that ATM. And people use it all day. Now, one day I was out here just, minding my business, and I saw a lady go over there. She sprayed it down with something, wiped it all down, threw it in threw her wipes in the trash, put her spray bottle back in her car, and then she did her business. I thought that was pretty cool. And that might help out the next people. Not a lot of coronavirus cases in my town. They come and go, really. There haven't been, I think, but one death in my county. Yeah, I'm in a small area. I mean, there's 100,000 people here or something, but, that's not that big. But anyways, yeah, this bank, and I don't know, I guess I want to talk about the HEROES Act that just passed yesterday in the House. And, everyone with a brain on Earth knows that the Republicans are going to swat it down. We just know it's going to happen. And, as much as I'd like, to be rewarded for my frontline service, because that's what they're trying to do. They're going to give everybody that $1,200 again, because, we kind of need it. But, I haven't had I had 2 weeks off because I might have had coronavirus, Yeah, that sucked. My paychecks were so awful. Oh my God. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. But I'm back to work, and I work like a lot. So that's the good news. And let's walk over here so you can see this other place. Maybe I can show it to you. Maybe you can't see it. Yeah, there's kind of trees in the way. But, that white building over there, that's called Woody's. It's soon to become Gilligan's. The other day I walked over there just to, grab something. And, saw a sign on the door, and they said they need people to work overnights. And I tend to be up all night all the time, so I was like, well, I'll just ask. So I asked. And I think I got the job. So, not only will I be working close to 40 hours a week at KFC, but I'll be over there working like 25 hours a week. So yeah, I mean, I'm getting off these fucking streets. That's all I'm telling you. I mean, I love the freedom I have out here. I do. You wouldn't know what it's like unless you've lived it. And I have lived it many times, living in my car, living on the street. Just, in between good situations. I haven't had a really good situation since 2010. It's been 10 years of on and off homelessness. Now, I did have a great time when I moved to the Grand Canyon. I worked at Wendy's up there, and they have to house their employees. And it cost me $200 a month to live there. But it came out of my paycheck, so I never noticed it. Anyhow, this is about the HEROES Act. And it's going to get swatted down, but they have a lot of good ideas in there. It's a Democratic wet dream. I think that's what Mitch McConnell called it. I hate that guy and always have. He's he's just so awful as a human being. So in the pocket of like every corporation. Just, one of the biggest shills ever. And he'll never get out of office because, no one's going to investigate him because he's got all that money and power. But we know he cheats. We know he's a scumbag. We know this. There's no help for it. But, yeah. That's Mitch McConnell, though. Since the first time I ever saw that guy and heard his rhetoric, I was like, nope, I'm out. You're a dipshit, and you're a shill. You can make all the money in the world because you're in politics, but I don't give a fuck. I'd jump off a cliff if I had to live like that. Constantly lying, constantly living in shame. Oh my God, I couldn't take it. And I live on the fucking streets. I don't care. There's a freedom to it. There really is. But, let's get back to the HEROES Act. Obviously, it passed the Democratic House of Representatives. Now it's gone up to the Republican Senate. And we'll see. I imagine it'll come out with a lot of concessions, that the Republicans want. I mean, it's a 8,000-page or 800-page law. I don't know why it takes 800 pages to make a law, but I'm sure there's all kinds of nooks and crannies in there where they were hiding all kinds of vile shit because, they all got to get like a raise or something. Every senator and, they're all going to get a raise and, it's stuff like that. It's all hidden in there in the nooks and crannies and the wording and all the legalese, But, they want to do good stuff for the people of America. They really want to, keep that unemployment. If you've been made unemployed by your job being shut down because you were non-essential, they want to keep that $600 coming until, I think they said the end of July. That's not a big ask. I mean, it's 2 more months. But, and then they have, the real HEROES Act. The frontline workers, the hospital staff, the first responders, the truckers, the grocery store clerks, and the fast food people like me, right? They want to help us out. And, I wouldn't look a gift horse in the mouth. I can't imagine it'll pass, though. Republicans and Democrats can't get anything together, but they'll probably finish with something that looks a lot like $1,200 to everybody. $500 for the kids. And, if you join file, you get $2,400. It's going to look a lot like the last one without any of the special caveats. They're going to pull all that stuff out. I know Trump himself wants, a tax break for the working class. And I think they'll get that. And I think I will receive that. It just means I don't pay my Social Security and Medicare for a month or two. Save a little money there, but still pay the federal and state taxes, of course. I don't know. I can't imagine it's too much. Maybe $50 a paycheck, maybe $100. I don't know. I'd like to see it though, see how my paycheck changes. Be like, oh wow, because right now I'm earning $12 an hour, and basically I get $10 an hour. That other $2 goes to the taxes. I get my paycheck. It says I work 55 hours. I make $550. Almost spot on every time. So, there's that. But now, if they take away Social Security and Medicaid, because I haven't looked at how much I'm paying into those each paycheck. I'm a fool. I left my book behind. I had a book that I kept in my back pocket. I left it at the hotel, and, I forgot to go back and get it. And it had my last 3 pay stubs in there. So, I could actually look at that and show you guys how much they take, but I can only speculate. But between the two of them, it could be $50, $60 a paycheck. And that could be an extra $50, $60 in my pocket and your pockets, if you've been working all this time. And if it's retroactive to the beginning of this nonsense, it could be a whole lot of money in my pocket and your pocket. But the main HEROES Act, the one that I don't think will ever see the light of day, is $10,000 for frontline workers. I don't know if you've seen this, But, yeah, $10K for frontline workers. That's a lot of money. I could put a down payment on a house if I had $10K. You know what I mean? And the way I remember seeing it, it was in one of the videos, Clear Value Tax, or, what is the name? Logan Alec. I watch both those guys' videos every day. Keep me informed so I can keep you informed. Now, I'd rather you guys go watch them because I might disseminate the information not quite right. But I remember hearing it once that the HEROES Act for the frontline workers is $10,000 for all of us, right? And it's spread out to $1,000 a week for 10 weeks. That would greatly benefit this guy, and I know it would greatly benefit a whole lot of people that I know work every day. My town didn't shut down at all. I mean, this fucking awful thing that happened. There's a little game store that was right over on the other side of this wall. You know? Yeah, I don't know if you can see Valley Brewing Company, or Lonesome Valley Brewing Company. Like right over there, there was a game store, and it was cool. And they did like Friday Night Magic, and you know, they did nerd stuff over there, and it was cool. I liked it. But they're gone. Like, that was like in the first 2 weeks of the self-quarantining. They just went in there and took all their shit out. You couldn't, you couldn't gather there, right? So you couldn't come play Friday Night Magic. They lost their entire revenue stream. And, you know, it's sad because you get into this kind of business because you love it, right? You love nerd shit. That's why you do it. That's why you open a game store, because you love games. Same with comic shops. People don't get into those to make money. They do it to, you know, serve their community and, you know, provide their neighborhoods with the stuff that they love. Now, I tell you, Frank, over at Stalking Moon Comics, he hadn't read a comic in like 10 years when I first met him. But he used to read comics all the time. He had 3 stores in the Valley. He opened one in Prescott Valley. I remember hearing an ad for it on the radio. His wife, Mary, recorded the audio. And I was just like, I gotta go. I didn't have a car then. I was living with my mom. This is 1997. I was a complete and utter loser. But my mom took me down there. I bought a comic book. And I put in an order for Return to the Tomb of Horrors, Dungeons & Dragons 2nd Edition Deluxe Adventure. And, yeah, they called me up when it came in, and my mom took me back over there, and I bought it with money she gave me. Like I said, I wasn't in the best spot of my life, but I tell you this, that adventure was amazing. And, yeah, I went there from 1997 to 2009 when they shut down. They were an old couple, you know. They wanted to retire, and they sold everything in the shop to the guy that ran the shops down in Phoenix. They sold everything to him, and you know, let him be the comic shop guy. And yeah, they retired. I hope they're still alive, but you know, it's been 11 years, and they were old. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I have to Google them. Yeah, I used to love going to that shop. I'd hang out with Frank all day. Like on my days off, I'd just go over there and just hang out. Didn't even have to buy anything. Just want to talk to the old guy and, you know, get his insights into stuff. You know, he'd been around a lot longer than me. And now I've been around a lot longer than some of you. So I got insights too. But, I guess this is the end of this economic collapse video. I hope it leaves you with, I don't know, a little hope, but not a whole lot. Because, you know, our bipartisan system here in the United States, it wasn't always so divisive. It's just become so with the media, and you know, they try to make you feel a certain way all the time, and they want you to like fight against the people on the other side. Like it matters, you know? They're just stupid. None of this matters, obviously. But, I mean, but except to us, you know, the ones that got to live through this nonsense that's happening out there right now. So, yeah. They want to stop a recession, so they need to pump money into the economy. And I like what they're doing, like, I don't know, what do they say, 500 billion into states and I'm sure governors and their lawyers and stuff are going to weasel it all away so the townships and their states don't get anything. But we gotta keep the infrastructure strong. That's the idea, and I like that part, and I think the Republicans probably like it too. Anyways, that's about enough economic stress video. If you like it, hit the like button. If you want more, please subscribe. A lot of people have lately. It's been awesome. My channel's kind of taken off. I know there's not much to see in these videos, but I try to bring you good content. And if you do subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. I think I gotta remember to say that in my videos, because a lot of people don't do that. They like just subscribe and then yet nobody sees these videos. So anyhow, and of course, share this with your friends. Just some guy hanging out on the street, shitting on this place. And I mean, really, Chase Bank is one of the greatest banking institutions in the world. They got over 250,000 employees worldwide. And I think right now, 99% of them are out of work. So they need the stimulus too. They won't get the HEROES Act because they're not going to work. You know what I mean? You have to be on the books to get it. And, they haven't been. So, alright. Y'all have a good day, a good night, good life. Peace.